update. I'm working on the PVS 14 and PVS 18 digital, doing the upgrades. So, one thing I want to cover is one of the other big complaints about these units is the fact that they hurt your eyes. And me playing around with it, I have some eye strain as well. And also, too, you're supposed to set them up properly so you don't have the eye strain, which I haven't set mine up for that anyway, but the problem is you get a lot of the bright light shining in your eye. So, the first thing I came up with to alleviate the eye strain, I just used these guys, the green shades, which were Nemesis, and that seemed to work pretty good. But then I got to thinking, why not I just tint some clear plastic and just use that. Crap, I keep dropping this stuff down. So that's what I did. I just crappy tinted this, so did a bad tint job on it, but it's just proof of concept. And so I bought this, which is the 3M green window tint, and it worked pretty good. So I'll show you here. This one here, I can already turn it to green, but the battery's real weak. So I'm not gonna cut it on, but you can kind of see that it's green right there. Let's see, I might be able to do it. So one thing I heard about these CR123 batteries. See? So that is the green. It's not very bright and it doesn't hurt your eyes. Let's cut it back off. I also upgraded the light. Is it still on? Yes, it is. I can still see that faint glow. So let me cut it off completely. Also upgraded this. It seems to kind of give me a little better light when I'm outside using it. Interestingly enough, this particular one actually does have some anti-reflection coating on it. Once I actually added this upgraded reflector, this one doesn't do terribly bad in the dark, but like I said earlier, the main issue was it hurts your eyes looking at it. So that's the reason why I added the window tint on it. And that alleviated the problem. I'll do it one more time. So if you look at it, you see it's got the green. The battery just died, so that's what's killing it. Hey, how you doing? Not much going on. I'm just doing a little quick streaming. Okay, your name is Controller Player. Cool. Yeah, I'm just showing some updates. What I was doing, playing around with these cheap digital PVS 18s and PVS 14s. But like I said before, this one has an upgraded reflector and it's just piece of flashlight I bought that worked pretty good. You can buy a box of these for about $9, and if you play around with stuff like that, they're good because you can have little flashlights. Now, this unit here, I'm doing more work to. I'll cut it on so you can see it. Thank you, PZ. See, it gives you a lot of eye strain before I added this, but now it's pretty good. One thing though, Let's see here. I'll kill this little light because it always. And this is my little work office and workshop that I have in my house. So it's junky. I got to clean it up. But it's all my area. I keep my stuff in here pretty much the way I want to. I just need to clean it up, but see, that's my other night vision. Okay, let's see here. Now we might be able to see it. Since I killed the light in here, let's see. I'm gonna cut. Oh, good, I got it on still. Perfect. So as you can see, it's not that bad. Like before, it was like having a flashlight, and now it's not. You get a little bit of flashing on here, but it's not too bad. Let's see here what I can do. The green isn't overpowering. You know what? Maybe I should have focused this thing before I cut the lights off. I did it like an idiot. Ah, God. Let's see here. I'm just going to set the camera down for a second so I can focus it. Focusing. There we go. Perfect. So let's see here. I know that's. Okay, let's see here. Where are you? I'm not even aiming at the right. There we go. That's the right spot. There we go. There's a target. It's easier to see through here now because I don't have that overly bright glaring light coming from the night vision. I'll cut the lights off so I can show you what it looks like in the dark. This room. Let's see here. There we wait. Where's the target? I gotta line up the target first so I can see. There we go. That's where the target is. Now see if I can get enough with my hands so we can see it. Let's see it with my naked eye, but it's kind of hard seeing with the phone looking through it here. There we go. Where you at? Gotta make sure I have it right and I'm aiming at it. That's another thing. Crap. That's just my son talking. If you hear some noise in the background, you might not hear it. There we go. I can see now. So I'm looking through the camera. Let's see, can I find where's the night vision? Not night vision, sorry. Where's the target? There we go. Wait. Finally, there we go. There's a target. All right, there we go. I got it. I can hold it in focus now. So let's go back to the lights. Okay, so let's see here. I'm going to cut this thing off now. Now that I did all that. So this is controller player and also Peasy. No, he asks, is this for a gun? No. And then it says you can't see it, but I got it where you can see it. But yeah, it's one of these cheap night vision. So that's what I'm working on. Trying to improve the performance on it. So this particular one doesn't have terribly good performance from the IR illuminator. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to work on upgrading it. There's several upgrades I'm going to do to it. So the first one I'm doing is this is the upgraded reflector that I'm working on. So it's started off life as one of these from the flashlight, of course, and then I have the reflector on here, and then I also have a lens that I salvaged from a cheap flashlight that had a magnifier on it. Not magnifying, a magnifier on here. That's why I bought it. This is one of the ones you buy from Lowe's or Home Depot, the little cheap ones. So I'm gonna make the little housing and then I'm gonna bolt it right here so that I make sure none of my electrical stuff is plugged up. Don't want anything smoking. Perfect. All right, make sure that's nothing in there burning. I'm also too working on the lens. So I did some upgrade. The problem that I have with this one is I can't remove the lens in it. So I'm going to work on upgrading the external lens. So one of the things I did was I bought, where is it? Ah, yes. I bought this brand. This has had pretty poor reviews on Amazon. So I said that should be right up my alley because the reviews are bad. Said a frequently returned item, but it was only $9. So what I did was I bought it and then I took the lens apart. And the first thing I did was I painted it flat black, but it's still wet because it's winter. And so that's why it's still shining. Anytime you have these, you don't want any shine in it because that reduces the amount of infrared light that goes to the sensor because it just bounces around inside of the lens housing. I also, whoops, I don't want this to be on top of my lens because that's going to scratch it. There we go. Here is the lens, and what I did was I painted the edge on it that stops the light from bouncing around. So like when you see it, you see how there's not really any light you can see on the edge. That will help focus the light, making sure that I get as much light as I possibly can into the sensor. And I did the same with this one. But both of these lenses need to be cleaned thoroughly because they're dirty. And you get a little haze on it. But that's why, because they're dirty. So I'm going to clean them good. And then I'm going to reassemble this lens. And then once I do that, on the front of it will be this wide angle lens. And what the wide angle lens does is it cuts down the magnification, reducing it from being like, I think this is a 3x to essentially normal magnification. It's some more lenses that I saw that I want to play around with. I want to play with the manual lenses with manual focus, wide angle, and fisheye. And it has the aperture in it already, which is just that fancy iris built in. So if I have that one, I don't need to put the external iris on it because the ones with the manual focus already have those. But it's another adapter. That's another thing. I had to end up using an adapter, and the adapter still isn't right. So I did a couple of workarounds to get it just right. But once I find the perfect adapter, I'll let you guys know. And of course, like I said, I'm gonna finish working on the upgrades for the reflector. And don't worry, when I'm done, I'll give a parts list in case you want to try these mods on it in case you bought one of these. But after doing the work to it, honestly, the PVS 18 performance isn't really that bad now. I still need to get the proper adapter for the iris to put on it, but the PVS 18, whoops, I don't want that junk to fall down. I gotta move that stuff out of the way. It's actually a pretty decent performance now. So that's what it looks like. Like I said, it doesn't perform poorly now. And you can get away with using this now after the upgraded reflector. You can see fairly decent, I want to say within pistol shooting range. They're used at a gun range. In the dark, you could use it. Say if your friend had night vision and you wanted to shoot with them, you could shoot with this, which is probably all that people really want to do with them. I don't know. But my other thing, like I said, I'm trying to do is get all of the components for the lenses thoroughly clean. That'll get rid of any little bit of haze and wait till everything is completely dried and I'll reassemble the lens. And then we can go from there and see what kind of performance I have with it. I really wish I could get into this lens because the inside of this housing is unpainted. This finishes on here isn't on the inside of the housing. So it's just the bare metal on the lens. And because it's like aluminum, it still has like a shine to it. That's the one thing I do like about this particular unit, this PVS 14 versus the PVS 18. The PVS 18 is plastic, so I'll show you the difference. So with the PVS 18, it's all plastic except for this part of the lens is the metal part, but everything else is plastic. Whereas this one's all metal. That's what I like about this particular one. This whole thing is aluminum. The lens is aluminum, the housing is aluminum, and it's completely disassemblable. So if you want to disassemble it, you could. But that's the thing I like about it. But I'm gonna keep on doing improvements on it. And then that way, if you have want to buy one, you can make it into something usable or not. Like I said, I don't recommend you buy these, but if you have one or you already purchased one, you can make it usable. But now, the other thing about them, a lot of people just buy the IR illuminator lights and they work fine with IR lights. The problem with both of these units is the illuminator is kind of bad, so it makes it more difficult. With this unit, it's a problem with the lens. So with the lens upgrades, we'll see how everything does, and we'll go from there. But like I said, if you want to follow along with this build that I'm doing, I'll leave at some point a parts list so you can get the parts and see if you can have success with it on your own. But that's pretty much it. That's all I want to talk about. Just doing a little quick update.